Series when it comes to track selection and location selection, as the ARCSOA DuPont Cup Series heads to South Africa for the African Grand Prix here in the ARCSOA DuPont Cup Series. And going to be quite an interesting race. Long, well-known track, known to be used for open wheel cars more than stock cars, but because it's ARCSOA, we do anything to make anything work. This race is being more known as an Elite Series scouting race due to the Elite Series looking for tracks to put on their schedule for next season, and this is one of the tracks they're potentially looking at for using next season. And if DuPont Cup Series can provide a great race here, then Elite has no excuse to not run here for the most part. A couple interesting developments as well. Chris Louviere, after failing to miss the Holiday 500, is actually surprisingly starting in 6th place here. So that's the big upset of the qualifying group, and going to be quite interesting to see how it unfolds. But let's take us to green. Michael Block would win the pole here at South Africa, and green flag is out here for the African Grand Prix here in South Africa. Where else? Michael Block side by side with PJ Williams as they speed down into turn number 1. Seth Cole, Eric Byrne, everybody getting bumpy, and oh, there goes Louviere. That was, and with one of the Red Bulls, I think that was Cavanero. Cavanero has the white stripe in the back. But Michael Block with PJ Williams in tow escaped turn number 1, and we were hearing there was even more trouble in the back, and explosive start to the race. A replay here of turn number 1. And Eric Byrne gets into Seth Cole, and Seth Cole gets loose and knocks Louviere and Cavanero into the tire barrier. And quite a yep, there was more trouble. You see Shelley, you see, I think that's Nelson, Nick Smith, Cole Daly as well. And something else happened right in front of him. Helicopter camera of the accident, and let's see what happens here. Fuller just turned Shelton into Alex Allen, Steve Parr third, and they just go ramming into the wall. And I think everybody else did the same. Everybody was just on each other's back bumpers in that first turn. Anyways, Michael Block is leading. PJ Williams is right behind that 5 car. Got 2 Chevys battling for the lead right now as they sit to complete the first lap of the race. Michael Block is known for his road course experience. He's one of the somewhat better, well, more decent road course racers compared to others, but PJ Williams in the 5 is a pretty fan favorite today, and if you know what color he is, and you know what Charles Jackson's color is, and you probably know, well, you're probably not surprised, but not trying to be racist, but PJ Williams did get the loudest ovation, and Charles Jackson did get a decent ovation as well. PJ Williams is a very, very popular driver here in Africa, which is ironic because he's from Jamaica, but so many jokes I can make from that, but I am not to, just for decency. This is where most of the passing is going to be turn number 1 on the very, very long straightaway here, which is perfect for overtaking. And you see Jacob Hart battling with Seth Cole for 4th place. And Jacob Hart in the 99, he is a decent road course racer. He's won a couple of road course races in the Elite Series. And Seth Cole drops back with Eric Byrne. And Jacob Hart definitely looking to be a lot more confident this season compared to previous seasons. He was absent last season due to wanting to focus on Sony Cup and Elite Series, but Pure Brothers Racing offered him, well, they asked him to just drive this 99 car in place of Brandon McGord, who was bumped to part-time status. So the Pure Brothers are back in action, as Noah Hart did win the title, so Jacob Hart looking to follow in the footsteps of his brother, so to say. On the back bumper, Michael Block, you can see PJ Williams is right there in that 5 car, and Williams is really hunting him down. Kind of funny, because PJ Williams is not a road course racer at all. He really is not. He's never had success on road course races, but he's doing a good job right now, as he did qualify 2nd, which took everybody off guard. But you see, I think that is one of the Young Motorsports cars that is Dylan Young battling with Williams for a 2nd. But Block still currently holds the lead in the first couple laps of this race. And that is Dylan Young's car. The top 5 are having a really enjoyable battle. No one's been really able to pull away as Dylan Young is hunting down the 5, trying to get by him, and really good racing so far. The Elite Series scouts are probably very impressed with what they're seeing right now. And PJ Williams is still trying to catch block, but Young is trying to get by PJ Williams, and then you got Jacob Hart and Eric Byrne hunting them down as well. It's pretty much a 5-car battle for the lead. You don't really see that often in road course races, but as usual, the DuPont Cup Series is so far delivering an excellent road course race. Chris Washington, Alkowski in a very aggressive battle for 36th, and Washer's put in the wall and into Pollard, and Pollard blows up. Well, Pollard's day goes from bad to worse, and Chris Washer loses the elusive 36th position. PJ Williams getting a really good run down the straightaway here on Michael Block, and here comes the 5. Oh, Williams sticks the nose in there. Block has no choice but to give the 5 car some room. And PJ Williams transfers to the lead for the first time. And Dylan Young also looking to try and take second from Block now. Side by side into the bend. Look at the run Jacob Hart got. He got by Dylan Young on that straightaway. Now he's looking to bump Michael Block out of the way for second. What a move by Jacob Hart. And the voice cracked again, but Jacob Hart meaning business here today. And that was one heck of a move. You can tell just how intense this battling is. I mean, this is the entire top 5, and you got more cars coming from behind. It's down the straightaway is Eric Byrne trying to run down Dylan Young for, I think, 4th position. I'm pretty sure it is for 4th, but Eric Byrne did not have a good time for 100. Him and his teammate Tim Alkowski wrecked his teammate here. And look at this, Jacob Hart underneath Michael Block, and Jacob Hart transfers into second. Charles Jackson gets by Eric Byrne, but just look at this. It's a whole snake of cars battling. Just having an all-out fight. Well, this looks quite concerning. Lamas, Demax, and Skabnicki are having a 3-way right now. I did not mean to say that in that kind of way, but look at this. Ooh, bumping, beating, banging. Here we go. Good Lord. Now this is stock car racing. Only Formula 1 could do this. Kenny Mayan in the 0 car. He's currently in the 18th position right now. He had a transmission failure in qualifying, which had to start him in the back, and he started in the last row, and he's worked his way into the top 20. So Kenny Mayan is fighting his way towards the front. He was very impressive at Talladega for the most part. Almost won the dual races, and Kenny Mayan is probably one of the greatest road course racers in ARCSOA history. So he's definitely trying. Can't speak today, but Mayan definitely looks like he's trying to go for a DuPont Cup Series win this season. He's driving part-time, and Mayan stating when interviews, one of the series he's never won is a DuPont Cup Series race, so he's trying to do that here in Africa. Seth Cole has just been dropping like a fly ever since that restart. He started in 3rd, now he's down to 15th as he's behind Zachary Fitzwater, and not a good start for Seth Cole in the number 12 Dodge for Young Motorsports. It hasn't been it has been a while since Seth Cole has won, and he drove for MBR last season, and it wasn't impressive at all. And it's fortunate. He was good for a couple seasons, and then all of a sudden, the last few years, he's just dropped off really bad. So right now, this 12 team is looking to try and sprout some success and try and channel Seth Cole's inner talent. So we'll see if Seth Cole can get this number 12 car going this season. I'm telling you what, this battle is getting really good between Dylan Young and Jacob Hart as they are about to head into pit stops. And they're either pitting this lap or the next lap. That's the pit window, but Dylan Young right on the bumper of Jacob Hart. Dylan Young is just being so aggressive here. And Charles Jackson, the 17, also making an appearance as well up here in the front. Charles Jackson's not too familiar with his road course statistics, but Dylan Young and Jacob Hart swapping side by side. Well, not really side by side, but they are just swapping lanes, trying to get something going. As Dylan Young, man, he is just not letting off on that 99. And it looks like we will be pitting on the next lap, apparently. We'll see if Dylan Young can get the run on the straightaway here. This could be the pass for second place if he can get to him. And does not look like it just yet. Ooh, he gives the bumper to the 99. He bumped him out of the way. And boy, ho ho ho. Dylan Young's not playing nice with anybody today. And that's Sanford sliding off. He's a lap down. Pistoffs begin on this lap. Congrats, GG. And well, DJ Williams would keep the lead after pit stops, but he's got a hungry Dylan Young right behind him in the number 2 car. They made some adjustments, and that 2 car is flying. Jacob Hart holds 3rd. That's Skavnicki 4th, and Eugene DeMax up there in 5th. DeMax won the 2nd race of the season last season at St. Petersburg. Looks like he wants to try and keep that streak alive. Eugene DeMax is the fastest car on the racetrack right now, this number 2 Audi. As I mentioned before, DeMax won the 2nd race of the season last season. Looks like he's trying to defend that title. I think that was DeMax's only win. He may have gotten one more, I forget. But DeMax usually excels on the road courses alongside Cody Lamas, who you can see back there. Lamas is in the top 10. But DeMax definitely could be a factor in the late going of this race. They are going to have to pit at least one more time in this decently long race. Matt Duncan has done a nice job on the recovery. He was back in 37th at one point. Ever since the pit stops, he's flown his way up to 20th. So Matt Duncan giving everything he's got right now. He's already got a huge points advantage in the Rookie of the Year standings. And he did a pretty bang-up job at Talladega, but we're not too sure how Matt Duncan's going to do on these road courses. He seems to be doing decent. Not horrible, but not good either. But Duncan is a rookie, so he's still got a lot of time to develop, and he is a lights champion, so we'll see how he does. Apparently we had an accident with Eric Byrne in the 55 car. Matthew Fuller just turns the 55 into the hill, and Burton slid into the guardrail, and he didn't pit, so Eric Byrne did lose several positions from that wreck. Zachary Fitzwater currently in 9th place, doing a really good job, and Fitzwater is also a road course racer. He races in the Australian supercars. So, and I imagine this race reminds him a lot of those supercar races, as the racing, I would say, compared is pretty similar. It's all of the supercars in Australia are all beating and banging, all up in your face, bam bam. And it's been like that so far today. As you can see, Tross is all over Lamas. It's been so aggressive here today. Oh boy, DeMax is going for the lead against Williams. He flew by these guys. Contact bump to the 5. And DeMax going for the lead. Contact again. Ooh, more contact. More beating and banging. DeMax gets by the 5 and to the lead. Man, 1.5 laps he got by Dylan Young and PJ Williams. Max has definitely got the best car right now. No question about it. Valve 6th right here. We got William Duncan battling with John Skavnicki in the 82. William Duncan was just bouncing off the outside of the top 10, looking in, and he had a really good pit stop, which is quite unusual. Usually pit stops are horrible, but Duncan is now up to 6th, so he is starting to move his way through the field. He's not having usually max speeds, but he definitely is trying to fight his way towards the top 5. So if he can get a top 5 here today, he's already doing a really good job. He already had a top 5 finish in the 500, so back-to-back top 5s would be great for this number 41 Dodge team. We got a battle for 15th right here. Cole Daly is battling with Sean Galligan, and give Coldelli some props. He got involved in that wreck in turn 1 on the first lap, and he's worked his way back up to the top 15 area. Coldelli is just coming off a heartbreak at the town from the Town League 500, leading to the white, finishing 3rd at the line, and quite upsetting for that 6-car team as they did a fantastic job that race, just absolutely dominating that race, and him and Citadino just could not get it going in that final lap, and the CBM cars used their magic to work by him. So Dally is trying to recover from 2 straight heartbreaks, and whoa, Gallon got loose. Ooh, baby, problems for Charles Jackson we're hearing, and whoa, and Michael Block turns to 17, and I see Michael Block is back to his road course turning ways. That's great. Pit stops. Well, after the pit stop, Max is still the leader, but Dylan Young has closed in thanks to some pit strategy. Well, not pit strategy, but just do a better pit stop. And Dylan Young, how many times has he been in this 2nd place position before? The biggest bridesmaid in DuPont Cup Series history is trying to chase down one of the best road course racers in the business, but Dylan Young is also one of the best road course racers in the business. This is these kind of tracks is where Dylan Young really shines. But right now, DeMax is still the leader, and Dylan Young is going to have to fight really hard if he wants to get by Eugene DeMax. This is the battle for 12th. William Duncan was 5th on that pit stop, and the bad pit stop had a issue. It was a very slow pit stop. It was about 3 seconds slower than the original pit stop they had before, and it dropped him all the way down to 13th, and I think they just took 12th now. So heartbreak for William Duncan. He's got some work to do with less than 10 laps to go. It's going to be a fight from here, so he's not quite out of luck. Really good battle for 4th, unfolding between Jacob Hart and Michael Block. And hopefully this time Michael Block won't turn the guy he's racing against. Ooh, look at Block. He's all over the bumper. That 99, will he use the bumper? Ooh, yep, give him a bump, get him loose a little bit, try to make the crossover down low, just could not get it. He may turn him here. If he does, could be a penalty. Oh, Hart holds this line. Block continues to hug that bumper. This is where Block's going to have to get the run on this straightaway. Really good action in the final half of this race, and Block lining himself up. Here comes the overtake. Michael Block is fighting this 99. Jacob Hart's giving a valiant effort, but here comes the 29, and he will transfer to 4th. 5 laps to go. Dylan Young is trying to get to the 92 of Eugene DeMax, as this is the battle for the lead. Look at Young. He uses more of the turn than DeMax does. DeMax is just normally getting through a turn, not even trying to push. Young is trying to push himself, but I think he's overdoing the car a little bit. If Dylan Young wants to make the path, it's definitely gonna have to be on the straightaway, but DeMax is a lot faster on the straightaways, and Dylan Young is a lot faster in the turns. It's gonna come down to the wire for sure. Here's another really good battle going on. This is for 5th. It's between Jacob Hart, and we're on board with Matthew Fuller in the 97. These are 2 Fords going at it. Tross versus Hart team. Matthew Fuller has been working his way up through the field as well as others. And Matthew Fuller had a really awful season last season, and it really did not help his Talladega 500 record for sure. But it's Fuller is definitely looking. Fuller definitely looks like he's improved a little bit compared to his travesty of last season. He's all over that bumper. This is the battle for 3rd. Block battling with PJ Williams. Michael Block is the fastest car. He's faster than Max and Dylan Young by a margin, but with 2 laps to go, I think it's too little, too late for the number 29. But he's going to give everything he's got he'll at least get a podium as long as he doesn't wreck himself, or as long as PJ Williams doesn't wreck him, which I'm pretty sure everybody would be fine with. The block, he sees the leaders in front of him, but I think he would need at least 5 more laps if he wanted any shot at the win. And Block is giving one heck of an effort. He definitely did charge his way through the field again. Dropped back a little bit on the pit stop, but fought his way back. That's what Michael Block is really good at doing, is fighting his way forward. As we come to the white flag, Dylan Young trying to get the draft of Eugene DeMax. Final lap. DeMax trying to become the 3rd driver to get double-digit wins. If DeMax gets this, it's going to be his 10th career DuPont Cup Series win. But look at Dylan Young giving a charge to the 92, and Dylan Young is not done just yet. Dylan Young's going to need a lot of runs to get to the 92, but he'll do everything he's got. The resident bridesmaid trying to become the bride winner. And DeMax, who won the 2nd race of the season last season, and right now it looks like he will do so again. DeMax did not have the talent he was looking for at all. Into the S-bend, Young still trying to close, but it's gonna have to be a problem. It's gonna have to be a huge burst of speed. But here we go, on to the final straightaway. Dylan Young's gonna have to get the run. He's sort of getting it, not anymore though, as we come to the flag. Win number 10 for Eugene DeMax in the 92 Audi, and Texan Audi will score their first win of the season, and DeMax gets win number 10.